All right, this is on BBC News. It says U.S. monkeypox outbreak. Demand for vaccines outstrips supply. It says U.S. and this happened 2 days ago. This was published 2 days ago. It says U.S. health officials say they do not have enough monkeypox vaccines to cope with surge in demand. And that's another reason why a lot of these plagues are going to break out, because they're going to be saying stuff of this nature. And, a lot of it's going to be true because the sanctions, but a lot of it's orchestrated, but it's all still Bible prophecy, man. It says the U.S. has seen more than 1,800 cases so far, though that is thought to be an undercount as testing has also lagged. And then you ain't got enough people in these positions to figure this stuff out, man. So it's all been orchestrated on purpose. But the Lord said his men were going to be protected from the pestilence. And let me get that precept because it just came to my head immediately. This is Psalm chapter 91. Let's start at verse 1 and then I'm going to jump. This Psalm 91 and 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And this is twofold. But the secret place of the Lord is the scriptures. And it also could be the chariots. So I'm going to jump. Hold on, Slocky. It says, verse 2, I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust, right? And that's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, through the teachings of the apostles on down, man. From teachings of the apostles, man. And we got to trust in these scriptures. It says, surely he will deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, the chariots, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. That's why this truth is important, because this is something that's going to save you. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence, the diseases, these outbreaks, that walketh in darkness, because you can't see them, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noon day. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. It says, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold to see the reward of the wicked when you get beamed up into a chariot, man. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. Right, through the scriptures, man. Through knowing the truth and doing the work. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Right, so you're gonna be protected in the last days, man. From these in particular, just stay on the topic, from this pestilence right here, man, and all other pestilences, because you have made the Lord your habitation. You trusted in His Spirit, in the Scriptures, and what was being taught to you from the apostles of GMS, man. So I'm gonna start back at the top again. It says the U.S. has seen more than 1,800 cases so far, though that is thought to be an undercount as testing has also lagged. There has been growing concern about the rate at which monkeypox is spreading, especially in New York City. And New York City also is getting that nuclear warning on how to prepare, man. It says the epicenter of the U.S. outbreak. It says the disease, characterized by lesions on the skin, usually clears up on its own but can be extremely painful. It says most confirmed cases have been among men who have sex. What? It says most confirmed cases have been among men who have sex with men. And that's a plague, that's a pestilence from the Lord, man. Because of that homosexual act, man. It says, although anyone can be infected with the virus. It says, what is monkeypox and how do you catch it? Right. So the that community, man, the LGBT community is getting plagued from the Lord, man. It says we don't yet have all the vaccine that we would like in this moment. U.S. Centers for Disease Control, and that was even a setup. The LGBT community was a setup so that Israel can be destroyed and plagued by way of pestilence. Esau is the devil, the deceiver, man. He's been deceiving Israel into killing themselves, man. Esau is eventually gonna get it, but Jake need to go ahead and just die off because there's a 2/3 list, man, and they don't want to live righteous. So it says we do not yet all have all. We don't yet have all the vaccine that we would like in this moment. U.S. Centers for Disease Control Director Rochelle Walensky told a news briefing on Friday. It says the U.S. has received 370,000 out of nearly 7 million vaccine doses that the government has purchased in total, but millions of the doses are not expected to arrive until next year. It says the federal government has distributed about 156,000 doses nationwide, and experts expects to start shipping another 130,000 doses from Monday, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Right, man. And during the times and stuff like this, you're supposed to trust in Yahweh Shema Rashai, man. Even if you do catch one of these viruses or diseases, you're supposed to always put your trust in the Lord and not fuck with the doctors unless you like really have to, man. Because Esau is actually the one who's passing out these diseases and killing people. It says early this week, New York City's vaccination website crashed as thousands of people tried to book vaccine appointments at once, right? So they killing themselves. It says New York City Health Commissioner Ashwin Vasan apologized for the patchy rollout of the vaccine. We own it. You know those mistakes shouldn't happen, and so we're working to correct those and do better, he said at a news conference. It says during a call on Tuesday with Biden administration officials, New York Mayor Eric Adams asked for the city to be allocated more doses. It says the true scope of the U.S. outbreak is unknown as diagnostic testing has lagged and it can take up to 3 weeks for symptoms to appear. A month ago, the U.S. had just 45 cases. And Jake and them don't like hearing the news because they don't like hearing this stuff, but they getting their ass destroyed and handed to them from these diseases and not knowing and not wanting to know, man. It says we're and then one and shit. Even if they do know, if they're not of the elect and don't know the Lord, they're gonna catch the diseases. It says we're still having problems with availability of testing and vaccine supply. All these issues that we saw with COVID. Greg Gonsalves, an associate professor of epidemiology at the Yale School of Public Health, told Kaiser Health News last week. Now the prospects for containment are receding quickly. It says the U.S. has bought more than 1.1 million doses of the Jynneos vaccine produced by Bavarian Nordic and Denmark. Hundreds of thousands more doses are expected to arrive soon in the U.S. after American federal health officials said they had completed an inspection of the Danish plant. It says more than 12,500 cases of monkeypox have been reported. In nearly 70 countries, according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control. Right, man. So the Lord is plaguing this place, man, bringing this place down and bringing everybody down with it that got that's not trying to live according to righteousness of Israel, though. The other nations, y'all ain't got, you white people, y'all don't have no hope. It was Esau according to the Bible. You Africans, from forefathers Ham and the various tribes of Ham, and y'all not gonna make it. Ishmael, so-called Arabs, the word Arab, if I'm not mistaken, mean mixed. Y'all not gonna make it, etc., etc. If you're not an Israelite, a Black, Latin, Native American, man, of the elect, the chosen, you're not gonna make it, man. You're not gonna make it. At least over here, not over here in America. And in a lot of other countries, Israel's being jacked up, but a lot of them gonna see the return of the Lord, man, and gonna get into what do you call it? What's the word called? And fall in line, man. Just like with the nations, they're gonna now the nations that don't get put to death going straight into slavery, man. It says, hold on, it's like let me get the precept. Salakia, bear with me. The second Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the later time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And they said the homosexuals are the ones who catching it more so, man, because they are going against homosexuality is against the scriptures, and they call it the pride community, or what the case may be. And the scriptures say pride goeth before destruction. Let me get that precept real fast. Proverbs 16 and 18, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. Right, man. So with them having a lack of these vaccines, but homosexual men catching the diseases, and these diseases bring a lot of pain, and if I'm not mistaken, it said can kill you. There's another disease that's going on out here. I'm gonna have to put that video up, but it can be very painful. That's because they the pride of America, and them the worshiping the creature more than the creator is getting them jacked up, man. So hold on, I got one more precept. So I'm trying to see. This is second Ezra chapter 15. Verse 5. It says, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world. And this is one of them plagues. The sword, and the sword is eventually, ultimately going to be the nuclear missile, man. Famine, starvation, death. People are dying from these plagues and stuff that's hitting this place. And destruction, and a lot of times they won't even put it in the media. For wickedness, the LGBT community, men having sex with other men, is homosexuality, man. And that's against the Bible. Or sodomy, doing sodomy against the Bible. For wickedness, and that's wickedness, man, hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, right? And they got the LGBT community just about in every country in the world. And their hurtful works are fulfilled, right, man? So the Lord is stepping in now. So with that being said, call Lord Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well And salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.